Thank you for joining us this morning. It would have been a perfect paperless day if my Surface didn't go on the blink. But where this administration remains committed to reducing the amount of paper state government uses and transforming the culture of government to embrace and accelerate this change. Today we will be proclaiming October 10th Electronic Records Day in Hawaii. And as appropriate, we will be doing another first in Hawaii. I will be electronically signing the first paperless proclamation by a governor. The Office of the Governor has piloted this new capability starting a year ago with assistance of State Chief Information Officer Todd Nakapoi and his team at the Office of Enterprise Technology Services. And to share more about the eSign service and its implementation across all departments, wanted to introduce CIO Todd right now.
Good morning. Thank you, Governor. Throughout the state, our electronic signature process is known as our eSign service. I'd like to acknowledge the Governor and especially his team for taking the lead role in piloting our electronic signature process a year ago. So on October 1st, 2015, the departments were instructed to submit documents for the Governor's signature using an electronic routing process known as eSign. In the first 3 months, we signed over 2,300 transactions. ETS, as of today, we've signed more than 64,000 unique electronic transactions statewide. We're implementing by implementing our eSign service, we have eliminated much of the time previously spent preparing and routing documents. For example, with our eSign service, the average time for a state document to be signed was between 4 and 12 days. With eSign, that average has dropped down to about 2 hours. Newly hired government employees once spent about 2.5 hours on the first day doing onboarding paperwork. That has since dropped to about 30 minutes, and that can be done anywhere. I, as the CIO, would like to acknowledge our team from ETS, Enterprise Technology Services, for the work that they've done to implement and pilot this. Specifically, I'd like to thank Mike Otsuji, Karen Higa, Micah, and Deborah for the work that you guys have done to push this throughout the state.
Thank you. The preservation of eSigned and other electronic records is an important and necessary part of embracing less paper-dependent ways of doing state business. To that end, I'd like to acknowledge the state archivist, Adam Jansen. We acknowledge and recognize the importance of the preservation of digital records of permanent value throughout the state, and Adam is the individual responsible for helping us with technology and all that encompasses. And with that, I would like to introduce Adam Jansen.
Thank you, Governor. The digital transformation of Hawaii government presents unique opportunities and interesting challenges for the archival preservation of records. Challenges in that the care of electronic records is a far more complex process. Paper you could set aside for 50 years and have a reasonable assurance of being able to read them. Electronic records, on the other hand, you're lucky if you can even pull them up on your computer 15, 20 years from now. Does anybody remember 5 1/4 floppy drives? It also presents an interesting opportunity in that there's no longer a single physical official copy that is either in the agency for business use or at the archives for preservation. Now we can both have the exact same official digitally signed version of a document to be either used in the agency or preserved by the archives. So to support this new initiative, in collaboration with ETS, the State Archives has been developing archives that will not only collect records of permanent value, but also make them authentic, accessible, and readable for future generations. So as of today, we are proud to announce that we have a digital archives that is able to accept, describe, and process electronic records of permanent value, starting with this proclamation being the first record officially accessioned into the repository. So on behalf of the archives, I wish to thank Governor Ige for his bold vision in transforming state government, and our CIO for leading this transition. We absolutely could not do this without them. And by transforming the way that Hawaii is doing business, not only have we made it more efficient and more effective, but we also help to ensure the rights of the public by providing a greater level of accountability and accessibility than has ever been possible before. Thank you.
Okay, and with that, I will be signing the state of Hawaii's very first electronic paperless proclamation. And as appropriate, it is and proclaims Electronic Records Day as October 10th, 2016. Okay. And we have the signed proclamation. Of course. Now, I don't know if you can, it's the same to have a photo op with an electronic proclamation, but thank you. Any questions? If not, thank you all for joining us. Just wanted to congratulate Adam and his group. You know, I've been a proponent of paperless since my time at the Hawaii State Senate, and we've often talked about the need to set up a digital archive, and I think it's terrific that we and Adam has finally implemented that digital archive. We do know that storage of digital information is a huge challenge moving forward, and we look forward to storage of these important documents, just like we do paper-based documents moving forward. Thank you all.
Yeah, do we do a picture with that?
Oh, okay.
Do you want to make it bigger? You want me to make it bigger? You want it that way too? Or you want it even bigger than that? I'll make it pretty big.
Well, you got 10 seconds, right, in that Snapchat. Come on.
We'll get you a little closer to the top, please. Thank you. All right, 1, 2, 3. One more time, actually. 1, 2.
One more for me, please. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
BTS team, you guys want to come and take a quick picture?
Yeah, you should.